Alright, so we've got M1 Carbine by King Arms today with us. So we're gonna be seeing and talking about, can you actually use this 2015 gas blowback relic on modern airsoft battlefield. So my name is Bart, this is Flannel. Today we're reviewing the King Arms M1 Carbine in the paratrooper version, and we modernize it a little bit to bring it into the 21st century. So where we got that from is Patrol Base over in UK. They've been very kind to us and sent us this beautiful gun. And we also want to introduce a brand new main channel sponsor, Airsoft Mania from Italy. I just came back from Sicily, experienced Italian airsoft and cuisine. Everything was great, so big thanks to them. They're sponsoring today's gas and ammo for the video. So yeah, what we're gonna do now is load it up and get shooting. Talk a little bit about the shooting experience and how it feels to shoot the M1 Carbine. As you probably know from countless video games, movies and any other World War II content, it was most popularly used by paratroopers, especially with the side-folding stock version. And yeah, so King Arms released those in 2015. It was a while back. Then they did a re-release in 2023. So this is the 2023 version. I am honestly not certain were there any design changes to those. The system is a bit dated. The performance is alright-ish. So what we're gonna do is shoot it a little bit. So it has two fire modes. You've got semi and full auto. There is a little switch here, just goes back and forward. And yeah, so from the box, it does not have the fancy wrist rail. King Arms released those as an additional thing that you can buy. I also have the wooden version with me. We're gonna be showing it a little bit more later. So yeah, semi-auto just goes. I'm on safe. Yeah, it's alright. So the blowback is barely felt. It is actually quite truthful to the real version. The M1 Carbine, the 30 caliber bullet is not that big. I shot a couple times, basically a big 22. There's almost no recoil felt. So yeah, let's go back to firing. Let's switch to full auto and see can we actually get a burst out. So yeah, we actually managed to get some bursts out. I think we've used all of the BBs in the mag. So yeah, given this being an older gun, obviously don't expect a look back. And unfortunately, the magazine down doesn't see the difference between a BB in or no BBs. So even with an empty mag and an empty chamber, if you drop it, you will keep firing. So yeah, watch those BBs flying. And yeah, so you can manually log back the action. So it actually comes in handy with mag changes. And yeah, so that's again, we're gonna set up some targets and see how actually accurate it is on a distance of, I don't know, 25-30 meters. So I'm gonna go grab the target, set up, and we're gonna come back after. Alright, so we've got one on the chamber, we've got a target set up, we're doing screen in screen, whatever. So we're gonna be seeing the target live as I shoot it. Okay. So the first shots, the hop-up was pulling the BBs upward, but after correcting for that, we've got hit center mass and some of them actually stuck in real close to each other. So yeah, so that was semi. What we're gonna do now is get a fresh target, switch to full auto and see what changes. Alright, so let's reload and let's go full auto. And we're empty. So I definitely missed the X here. With the full auto, even in short bursts, the spread was significantly larger and sprayed the target all over the right side. So yeah, the interesting thing about this rifle is that it uses just an average electric gun Tokimaru spec barrel, but for some reason King Arms decided that with this lovely outer barrel we're gonna go only halfway. So the actual inner barrel that you get out of the box ends somewhere about here. So first thing to replace. Unfortunately, when it comes to the hopper rubber, it's proprietary. So yeah, there is no alternative here. It's alright, I'm using 036 BBs and it hops them, so yeah, pretty much good enough. Should do alright with a lighter BB, but that's my go-to. So what we're gonna do now is talk a little bit about the gun, my setup, and then we're gonna chrono it and bring it back home. I decided to bring the M1 into the 21st century, meaning I've added the rail by King Arms and an optic, a red dot and a laser unit for use with night vision. So out of the box you're getting a wooden cover and a long green gas mag. Obviously you have foldable stock. So in terms of the quality, you have some rattle on the stock. I'm fairly certain that was the case in the original M1s as well. And as for the wood, it is real wood, it's not plywood, but it is quite soft. I tried to drill holes into the wooden cover to attach a rail to it. It didn't take. And as you can see here, where the stock folds, it scratches quite easily. So if you are kind of a guy that wants the gun to look pristine, yeah, that's gonna cause some issues. I've seen people refurbishing the wood finish and they're getting great results, but that is out of my scope of competency. So there is very little steel parts here. Basically, you know, cosmetics like the sling ring or whatever. The bolt itself is made out of, I think, aluminum or znal. So it is quite soft, and as you can see on the action, it is also quite prone to scratching. Apart from that, you know, that's the M1. It's lovely, it's iconic. So we know how it shoots. Now let's see how it performs. As I was saying earlier, this is an old system. I'm actually happy that I've managed to get a full mag in full auto of it in 20 Celsius with red gas. But I've also played games with it earlier this year when it was still cold and I was playing at night. And yeah, it was usable, so you can definitely skirmish with it if you're into that kind of a gun. But as for the actual performance and power output, we're gonna need to set up the chrono and check it. We got 036 BBs, red gas, it's about 20 Celsius. Let's see what we get. 1.37, 1.35, 1.3, 1.3, 1.28, 1.28, 1.23, 1.21, 1.2, 1.19, 1.19, and we are out of BBs with 1.19 being the final reading. So it's very near the CQB limit, which would be considered about 1.1, or as I recently found out, the Italian power limit is just 1 joule. And yeah, they still manage, and they actually manage well. So yeah, for this I would be recommending maybe trying a lighter gas like orange gas or even green gas if it's really warm where you live. So as for the power drops, they're actually one consistent, which is good because just you're using pretty similar amount of gas for each shot, and second, they're not that significant, so it was more incremental than just big jumps in power. So actually a nice surprise from an old gun. So we're gonna bring it all home now, and I think we're gonna stay in the shade for this. So let's get the chrono out of the shot and let's bring this review home. Despite being old, I would say it is still kicking around. So if you like historical guns, this is definitely something for you. If you like American historic guns, this is a must-have. It shoots nice. I just tried it a couple minutes ago. I've got 50 meters hits on this one. You have to trust me with this. And yeah, the quality is alright. I wish there was more aftermarket for this, or even a revised version by whoever. And VFC is releasing the Ruger Carbine, so that's actually a grandchild of M1. So maybe they will do it, maybe not. We'll see. After the PPSH, they seem to be kinda into historical guns, so maybe. So yeah, this is still a good gun. You can definitely play airsoft with it, and you're gonna be enjoying this a ton. Maybe I should get a Thompson for some review, or maybe do a normal person kit instead of this alternative 90s Delta Commando with ERDL and rest of it, and still using M1 for some reason. M16 was never developed in this timeline, people. So yeah, there is some changes on the channel now. You can support it through a membership. It's like $5 a month or something. So if you like my content, yeah, go for it. There is more content to come as always. And yeah, leave a comment, leave a like, it really matters. Share it with friends, especially if you've got historical reenactment friends that are looking for a gun and they're just tired of the old, I'm just gonna get a Thompson because that's the only thing out there. It is not. The M1 is still relevant, at least to airsoft. So yeah, thank you for watching, have a great time, and yeah, see you soon.